Well, it's excellent to see such a clear day for our final day of competition at the Laura Cross Country and Biathlon Centre. 6 cross-country events to bring you today. A day when history might be set by Roman Petushkov. A day when athletes have a final chance to get themselves on the podium. And what a day on which to do it. Skies are pretty clear. A little bit of a breeze blowing. It's cool but not icy cold, and a good crowd starting to come into Laura. Our first event just minutes away. It'll be the men's 10K standing category, followed by the visually impaired, then the women's 5K standing and visually impaired, then sitting, and the last event, the men's 10K sitting, and the last man to go will be Roman Petushkov, and he will start the warmest of favourites. Host nation, Russian Federation, has had terrific games in terms of not just the success, but the way in which the games have been conducted and hosted. Truly done a great job. So the snow is hard. It's 3 degrees, which is all right for this time of year. We've had it a lot milder than that, as you might be aware. 54% humidity, and the wind is up today, 11 kilometres an hour. That's more than we've had recently, but that's more of a problem for biathlon events, and certainly not today. Won't make things uncomfortable. It's not that much of a breeze. The men's 10K standing, well, it's a big field of 38, and they'll be going away at 30-second intervals. Here is the start list, and the slower athletes will be getting away first, and they come from everywhere: Kazakhstan, Austria, China, Japan, USA, Finland, Mongolia, Belarus, Poland, Argentina. Pablo Javier Robledo coming from South America to be part of these games. 10K standing is they've got shown some interesting bid numbers in there. It's certainly not what I had, and they've moved them around a little. That's all right, we'll work it out. .10K visually impaired is the field, and Dudolkov and leading up the Russian charge there. But Palukin, McKeever and Chokhlaev might have the medals between them. Sebastian Modin has picked up a couple of medals, a silver and a bronze. But McKeever should be the man to beat. Nikolai Palukin has been skiing well. Michael Kurtz, the cheerful Austrian, standing by, and Keiji Iwamoto of Japan, who'll get away fourth. And it won't take them too long, the 10-kilometre journey. But we do have a big field, so it'll take some getting through. Close to the start then. And Yerlan Omarov from Kazakhstan has the honour of leading away the competition. The men's 10-kilometre standing cross country is underway, and Yerlan Omarov who was chosen as Kazakhstan's flag bearer for the opening ceremony at these games in Sochi. Away he goes. Hope he has a good day out there. The snow is in excellent condition for him. Michael Kurtz of Austria has had 7 top 10 finishes at World Championships. 40 years of age now. Was a national champion in mountain biking before his accident in 1999. Veteran of Vancouver and Torino. Yu Jianhui from Changchun, 24 years of age. And he's away. Made his debut for China last year, took part in the World Championships in Sweden. A busy schedule there. He's in the open relay, the 20k, 10k and 1k sprint. So he's accumulating the necessary experience, trying to continue to build their cross-country and biathlon program. '18-year-old Keiko Iwamoto from Japan. You see the squad of Japanese supporters have been here every day in the same position. They've been giving wonderful support to their athletes. And Iwamoto, I'm sure, is conscious of it. You can see the Japanese flags up there in the stand. Next to go, John Oman from Hudson, Wisconsin, taking part in all of the cross-country events. Loves his cross-country skiing as much as anything for the social aspect of it. He's been able to make a lot of friends through competition. It's one of the terrific positives from sport participation. As we watch Liu Jianhui making his way up one of the inclines around the course. Du Haitao next to go, second Paralympics for him. From the winter city of Harbin in China, which is interested in putting bids in for hosting of Winter Games. He had a 7th in the 20k freestyle in Vancouver, did Du Haitao. It should be Juha Hakkanen, not Forten. Yes, it is. Hakkanen sets off. 60 there is Gambel Batmunk from Mongolia. Now Fortin. He's a teacher, father of 2. With a degree in forestry studies from the University of Moncton. Took up competitive skiing in 2010. Olet Begonia and Brian McKeever are his Canadian sporting heroes. Both of them are here. Tian Ye, flag bearer for the Chinese team at the Paralympic Winter Games. At the opening ceremony, he's 25 years of age, from Jilin. Also took part in the World Championship last year. Gambel Batmunk from Sikbata province in Mongolia. He too, a flag bearer for his nation at these games in Sochi. He's 22 years of age. Omar Bermejo is originally from Guadalajara. Picked up sport just a couple of years ago. Now on the course, watching Kurtz come through 1.7 kilometre checkpoint. Quickest time so far through there. Amarov started behind him. He'll be through there shortly. 48 seconds down on Kurtz. Back to the start area. And 62 is PyeongChang. Chang was the flag bearer for China in Vancouver. He took part in 4 events. Danny's team finished 8th in the open relay. He was part of that. Coming up to the first checkpoint is Liu. Zhang Hui. Michael Kurtz still with the quickest time through that one. Zudek's in. He's on his way. Got the top 15 performances of note in Vancouver and at the 2013 Worlds. In the 20k freestyle. This is the shorter version. Just 10 kilometres, so they can really attack it. It's not too far for these guys. With some serious endurance amongst them. Siahe Valchanovic from Slonim in Belarus. Keiji Uemoto coming up to this first checkpoint in 4 minutes 41. Oman through as well. They'll be loving these conditions. Cool, good snow. Not too soft. Witold Skipian from Poland. First started skiing internationally for his country 2 years ago, and he's 24 now. That's with his collarbone at the World Cup event in January this year, so he's done well to be here. Lasse Kankkunen from Kesalahti in Finland. He's 24 years of age. Stu Hightower, 24 seconds down on Kurtz. Using the inside of his skis and his freestyle technique to get the purchase on the uphill sections. Markkinen coming through now. Got a wide range of sport classes involved in this race, and as you're probably aware by now, there's a factoring percentage applied to each athlete's time depending on their impairment. Give us a level playing field. Pablo Javier Robledo next to go. Wants to qualify for the triathlon and participate in the Brazil Paralympic Games. I love relaying his sporting philosophy. I had to make a choice to be in a good mood and enjoy it or be miserable for life. I chose the first option. Good on him. Not easy when you've had a significant setback like so many of these athletes have had. 14, a minute and 2 behind Kurtz at that first checkpoint. Setting off now, Alexander Pronkov. So a big cheer from the Russian fans for the first of their athletes to go out. And there'll be others. And there's quite a few, in fact, representing the Russian Federation. The Batmunk, 24 seconds down on Kurtz. Ulig is standing by ready to go. Vitaly Sitnik is next though, from Kharkiv, Ukraine. .36 now. He's a veteran of the games in Vancouver, where he had a couple of top 10 finishes. Kurtz is 4:08.2 still. The benchmark at the 1.7 kilometre checkpoint. It may not be for too long. There'll be some Fastest ski is about to come through. Chang just 15 seconds behind Kurtz. He decks in. Coming up. He's a little closer to that 4:08. That's that purple little structure on the right-hand side of your screen there. Just 7 seconds behind Kurtz. Tina Ullig and the German 37-year-old from Bayersbronn is off. At the top 5 at the World Championships in 2011. Rakunovic. We're getting closer to Kurtz's time. He's less than 2 seconds behind it as he goes through. Next to the Japanese competitors, Keiichi Sato from Nagoya. Also having participated in Vancouver and at the Worlds last year in Sollefteå in Sweden. Also in Vuokatti in Finland in 2009 he was there. He's been around a little while. Now Grigori Vovchinski, a biathlon gold medalist. Vovchinski and his wife Alexandra Kononova both accepted gold medals in the Medal Plaza last night. So an amazing day for the husband and wife team, winning separate events and up one after the other. Skupian just 0.4 outside Michael Kurtz's time. It's a race within itself to see who can get to this checkpoint. And we've got a fall there. That 61 is Omar Bermejo. Hope he's all right. Yes, he looks good to get back up and ski on. 75, Azat Karachurin, winner of the 12.5K biathlon. So he's already got himself up on the podium and top place as well. The man who skis without poles, and he is in the LW57 sports class. Next of the Russian Federation's competitors, Alexander Yaramchuk. 9th in the sprint at the World Championships last year. Competing in both the biathlon and cross country. Most of the athletes here at Sochi, if they're in cross country, they're in biathlon. Hakan Olsrud. For 8 years of age from Oslo. 6th in the 20K in the Worlds last year was Olsrud as we go back out onto the course, and Pronkov is now coming up with Sulshanka's time through this checkpoint. So Kurtz's time is gone, 3:46.2 it now is. Sergei Lapkin. Now this man's quick. Whether he can maintain the pace for 10Ks will be the question for him. He's more of a sprint specialist, Lapkin. Lapkin did finish 5th in the sprint final, in fact, in Sochi. Sitnik coming through. No, he's well down on the time of Pronkov, so that's holding up at the moment. The sprinter of Ukraine is coming up, and Sitnik also from Ukraine. Bid number 80, Ilkka Tuomisto of Finland. 30 years of age, at his 3rd Paralympic Winter Games. 4th at the World Championships last year. Tuomisto, he's had a number of strong performances here. We've just got to try and get him onto the podium before it all finishes. Here's his last chance, and there's some very quick men after him. Just another 8 to go. Ullig coming through the 1.7K in about 4.25 minutes, and 30 seconds down on Pronkov. Mark Arendts one to watch perhaps. Having finished second in the 7.5K biathlon, he's got a silver medal to take home to Canada. Canmore, Alberta is his hometown. Sato comes through, 20 seconds almost down on Pronkov. Miyamoto somewhat slower. 74 coming into view is Vovshinsky. He might take something out of it. No, he won't. He's slower than Pronkov, but not much. It's a 10-kilometre race, and as soon as we've got all the starters away here in this race, the next one will begin, and that is the men's 10K visually impaired category. Harkonnen comes through. Niels Erik Ulset. Two silver medals so far for the Norwegian in the 12.5K and 15-kilometre biathlon events. So he's been particularly effective in the rifle these games. Barely missed a target. It's helped him to a couple of silver medals. Igor Repchuk of Ukraine. Before these games, he completed his training schedule for the Paralympics in Armenia. 19-year-old Repchuk, and he's pretty quick, only 19. Yaramchuk through. Ponkov's time of 3:46. Standing up pretty well. We go forward to the 4.2-kilometre checkpoint, and Kurtz has moved through there in 10:35. That one coming up 1:23 slower than Kurtz at that stage. Mikhailov on his way. Bronze medalist in the 15K biathlon and a gold medalist in one of the relays. Olswood. There we go, the 4.2 checkpoint. It'll get pretty busy out here once we start the vision impaired race. There's athletes everywhere. That's all right, we'll sort it out for you, or at least do our best. Zudek's in. 40 seconds outside Kurtz. Just fabulous conditions here. Bermejo. And Vorchunovic there. Vladislav Lekomtsev sets off, the second last man. He was gold medalist in the 7.5K biathlon and also a gold in a relay for the Russian Federation. They dominated the two relay events. Quick look out on the course, Benjamin Davier. France picking up a bronze medal in relay. That's their only medal so far in the biathlon and cross country. And 88, out he goes, Rushan Menegalov, final competitor in the men's 10K standing. And Menegalov, is he the man to beat? Well, he's been seeded to go last because he's one of the quickest, and perhaps he will be on the podium later in the day. They'll have the victory ceremonies here at Laura rather than in the medals plaza, this being the final day. Arentz through pretty quickly, just 5 seconds behind Pronkov there. And already the athletes are getting ready for the next event. Across the same distance, 10 kilometres for the men's visually impaired. We'll get that underway shortly. And then it will be a little bit chaotic. Nitta at the 1.7 kilometre checkpoint. He's 14 seconds behind Pronkov. And the last of the Japanese competitors out on the course. Stanislav Chokhlaev and his guide Ivan Bernikov get us underway in the men's 10K visually impaired. PyeongChang, meanwhile, trims a fair bit off Kurtz's time at the 4.2 kilometre checkpoint. Ulset not far behind PyeongChang. Likewise, Ripchuk coming through. Good time for him. Sitnik. He's about a minute down on PyeongChang. Making slightly harder work of it. It's not really expected to feature though in this one. Different story for Mikhailov. Here's a chance, but got to make up some seconds now. He's 8 down on PyeongChang. Relatively short race for these men with no biathlon visits to the range to interrupt them. It's the 10Ks gets away from them quite quickly. You've got to stay fully focused and giving your best effort right the way through. There's no time to switch off in a 10K event. Maestrenko, 1:09 down. Rudolf Klemetti from Finland. His guide is Timo Salminen. So we've got 4 away now in the men's visually impaired event. Ulig coming through. 1:06 behind PyeongChang. Kononov, less than a second behind his fellow Russian. Lekomtsev coming up. He's close as well, just a second down. And then the last man you've got to keep an eye on is Menegalov. 74 coming through is Vovshinsky. Well down really. Sato, a minute behind. A new 340. John Oman working his way up to the checkpoint. He's going to get past on the inside, leaving some racing room for Menegalov, and he's 11 seconds behind PyeongChang. That's interesting that Menegalov is wearing what some would say is the lucky bib of 88. Certainly lucky in China.
Lucky a little bit.
Erik Bay had some success in the Norwegian relay team. Finished 3rd in the mixed relay. Martinson, Ulsit and Bay were in that team. Bay, his guide is Christian Mara Hellerud. Charlie Sitnik of Ukraine. Still holding his form quite well out there. This is Yaroslav Reshetinsky and guide Dmitry Kurtik. Karachurin in group 75. 30 seconds behind PyeongChang. Lapkin going through. Olsrud coming up 46 seconds down. '72, Tino Ulig, the big German. 1:21 down. And Kononov is the new leader through there. And Vladimir Kononov. Next to go in the visually impaired 10K, Vladimir Udolskov, who controversially and accidentally brought down Brian McKeever in a sprint race, and McKeever probably went out and won it anyway. Kononov, time 5:50.8. The checkpoint. We'll go back to the start for the visually impaired. It's Yuri Utkin next to go. from Ukraine. Then it'll be the Russian Artemov, then Shachaboy of Belarus. And we'll hold out for the last four: Modin, Carleton, McKeever and Chokhlaev. It should be between them. Stanislav Chokhlaev leading out of the gate for Bulgaria. Arends, he's on race pace, inside 10 seconds. How about PyeongChang? Now it's getting busy. Some of the visually impaired skiers in the middle of the field of the standing skiers, but that's when the guides really have to work hard to make sure they keep their skier out of trouble, and where the standing skiers need to also be aware of what's happening around them. Too high tower there, very close to Kairat Kanafin of Kazakhstan. Fortin. Canada comes through for 40 down on Kurtz. A wide range of times. You expect that with the different levels of experience and fitness, I suppose, is all part of it. Well, here we go. There's a lot of people about to come through, some of them guides. Adakov, who's in the visually impaired race, so Jacob Adakov from the United States. 3:59.4. Quickest so far of the visually impaired skiers through there. All right, PyeongChang still at 9:47.9, the 4.2k. Repchuk, he's outside that. Vital Skupian, almost 2 minutes slower than PyeongChang. And now it is getting a little difficult to separate the two races. They've got 6 to get through on this final day and need to do it early because of the closing ceremony. Sebastian Modin. Got a lot of time for this young Swedish skier, just 19. And when he was 15, he won a bronze medal in Vancouver. Whoop, whoop, 1:13. Oh, he might have hurt his shoulder there. That's Shachaboy. What's he done? Might be an injury there for Vasily Shachaboy. Try and keep track of whether he stays in the race. Paralympian, he's on his way. Nikolai Paralympian, who anchored the Russian mixed relay to success. He had a wonderful last lap. They were, I think they're in 5th position at the last changeover, and Paralympian caught them all, and they ended up winning reasonably comfortably. Kononov comes through 5 seconds quicker than Lekomtsev. Russians got some well-placed skiers there, and here's Brian McKeever looking for a 3rd gold medal. Really an outstanding athlete at these games is Brian McKeever. With straight out cross-country speed, and he's hard to beat. Stanislav Chokhlaev, 19th and final competitor, on his way in the men's 10k. Visually impaired. So everyone is now out on the course in our first 2 races. Mikhailov is starting to feel the consequences of the effort out there. Shachaboy is carrying on, must have just had a twinge. He did look in some pain after reaching for his shoulder, and I'm pleased to see he's carrying on. Yaramchuk, he goes through. Reshetynski, 3:47.9 at the 1.7k. The Ukrainians got the early good time through there. Reshetynski. 6.7k's, it's Pronkov. 78 going through is Sergei Lapkin. And you keep that concern about whether he's got the endurance to stay competitive over 10 kilometres. No doubt across the sprint distances. Made the final of the six-man sprint title decider. Lekomtsev. This is at the halfway point. This is a really good guide to how they're travelling. And Negelov is in 88. Reshetynski. That's in the visually impaired race. Utkin and Kovalevsky. There are the and these graphics are changing very quickly. We've just gone back to the standing category. Kovchinski still on an emotional high, I'm sure, after collecting his gold medal. And Mostrenko, the Ukrainians going along almost side by side. Xavier 34 seconds down on Pronkov. This is the standing category. Palukin, the visually impaired, is nearly up with Reshetynski at the 1.7k. So Palukin. We'll have McKeever come through soon. Moden 11 seconds behind Reshetynski. Visually impaired skin out. Now let's watch McKeever come through and see where he's positioned. Yes, he's 4.5 seconds quicker than Reshetynski. And Slushanka being given a bit of a hurry up by his coach. What a day. Beautiful skies above us at Lauda. Sergei Lapkin. Looks like it's hard work now. This is too long for him, I reckon. Lapkin's not liking the extra kilometres. But he's out there competing. Kurtz coming down to the finish line. First man in the standing category to finish. And Liu will be well outside his time. So 5:19 behind Kurtz is Liu. Zhang Hui. And that'll be the end of his Paralympic program. I wonder if a lot of the athletes aren't feeling that odd mixture of emotions that goes through us all who've been working on the games when it draws to a close. It might be tired, but we don't want it to finish. Well, this is almost too hard to call this for you, but Pronkov at the 6.7k, still leading at 15 minutes 45. And 85 there is Mikhailov, working his way up the hill. We go back to the finish line. This is a little easier. We're just one coming through at a time at the moment. Oman, and the American, down to the line. Big smile on his face. Pleased to have competed. And Harkonnen. Palukin, ahead of Clarion. But now McKeever takes over from Palukin's time, 6 seconds quicker. There was Mark Ahrens. We've got Slushanka coming through. And he's just 4 seconds outside Kurtz, so don't expect these times to hold up for too much longer. We'll get some quick men coming through. And this pretty big field of 38 in the 10k standing. It's one of the kind of middle distance events, and a lot wanting to take part. Jacob Adikob and his guide, Reed Fletcher, coming through, and that's Kononov again at the 6.7k this time, under Lekomtsev's time by 8 seconds. Visually impaired athletes going through, 1:10 and 1:11. Udalkov and Utkin from Russia and Ukraine. Sihar Valchunovic finishes the 10k standings. Olszynski not so much on the pace today. He's probably given us his best effort in the biathlon. All right, a lot coming through to the finish now in the 10k standings. Omo Bermejo, he's across the line. Pronkov he's considerably quicker than Kurt, so that'll now be the time to beat as Omarov finishes. And Iwamoto. Pronkov, Kurtson, Silshanka are 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Lankkunen of Finland, he's done as well. Let's get back out onto the course. Yaramchuk is well behind Pronkov. He's impaired, Shatinsky. As each of the anchor transponders moves past the checkpoint, it flip-flops between the visually impaired race and the standing race. And it's a little bit confusing. Sergei Lapkin, it's all a bit hard. Too far. Vitaly Sitnik comes down for Ukraine. How's his time? 26:40 now. No, he's well behind Pronkov, the Russian Federation, and he's got some support. A little rest on the snow until he gets his breath back. It's tough work. Vital Skupien from Poland. Skating down to the line. Skupien just over 27 minutes. Fortin of Canada. Louis Fortin comes through. Xianye of China finishes 9 minutes behind Pronkov. I don't know how much of that he can trim in the next 4 years as he prepares himself for PyeongChang. Du Haitao. Now Volshinsky. Not on the pace in this one. Ulig 3 down on Pronkov. So Pronkov has got a cracking pace considering where he set up. He was bid number 69, so he went out 19th. Smack in the middle of the 38 starter field. 81 is Mark Arends, Canadian silver medalist from the 7.5 kilometre biathlon. He and Davier over a minute down on Pronkov's time. Vladislav Mastrenko has finished. Driving it down to the line, Keiichi Sato, 3:20 down, but he's still wanting to post his very best time and gave it absolutely everything. He's right in the finishing line here of Yaramchuk, who has to ski out of his way. Yaramchuk, Sato, Lapkin, yeah, he'd prefer a shorter distance, but he's certainly given it his best, and he's only a minute behind Pronkov. Pronkov's still holding on to that time. Lapkin now second, Kurt's third, but so many still to come through. Mikhailov, that's his time. He's well behind Pronkov too. Pronkov has really pulled out a big performance here. Chokhlaev back to the vision impaired race. Chokhlaev, McKeever and Paralympic might be between them. Olsrud, top 10 finish at the moment. Tuimisto comes in and the Finn slides into second place for the moment. Be careful around the finish area with how close our camera operators get. With another incident yesterday in the relay where Sebastian Moden came across the line and ran into one of the crew. Pronkov, 23.59 is his time. Karachurin, fellow Russian, can't get near it today. 1:18.5, he's behind. The fourth place for Karachurin. Good games for him. Got a gold in the biathlon. 21.50. 42 minutes almost at the 9.2 kilometre checkpoint. So 800 metres to ski for Menegalov, and he's only just outside Pronkov's time. The team will be giving him the message. Bring it home. Let's put Russia 1-2. Used to say what the order will be. Arentz, minute 16 down. You can't know until perhaps asking athletes later how much they were feeling the fatigue of busy schedules. Some of them with up to 6 or 7 races, including biathlon and cross country. Adakov, 2.5 Ks to ski. Here he comes in just over 19 minutes. Moden is through 28.5 seconds slower than McKeever. And Rudolf Clementi working hard out on the course behind his guy Timo Salminen, and the Finn a podium prospect. Mikhailov come down inside the time of Tuimisto. Yes, he will. It's 30 seconds behind Pronkov. So now we've got Russia, Finland holding down the top 3 spots in the standing 10K. We're waiting for Lekomtsev, Kononov, Repchuk, minute 14 down. Pronkov will be starting to think maybe my time will hold up. Lekomtsev, 23.45. Oh, he's got 15 seconds to get to the line. I don't think he can do it. No, he can't, but he should come into second place. He's considerably quicker than Mikhailov. And now he slips in behind Pronkov's time. But he'll be a clear second for the moment. Now we'll have a Russia 1-2-3, and the fans in the crowd loving that as they see it go up on the big screen. He's just 6 seconds outside Pronkov's time, Lekomtsev. Pronkov is looking better and better. Menegalov, here he comes. No, he's already outside Pronkov's time. This is going to be Russia 1-2-3-4, I think. Tuimisto 24.29. Yep. 1-2-3-4 we've got for the Russian Federation. So they could well sweep the medals here. Ulsitz of Norway, the first non-Russian on the finish board. Omarov, and then McKeever takes over, 49 seconds quicker. This is the vision impaired race, 10K, and the great Canadian is carving his way around the course. And I sometimes wonder how his guide Erik Carleton stays in front of him, because he is so quick, McKeever. He's an absolute gun. Paralympic, he's well outside McKeever's time, coming up to this 6.7K checkpoint. That means they've got 3.3 to go. Kononov, he's going to be outside Pronkov, could force his way onto the podium though, I think he will. Kononov dives into second place, and he's only just outside Pronkov's time. He really gave it his all at 0.8 behind PyeongChang. So we've got Russia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. PyeongChang, Koronov, Lekomtsev, Menegilov and Mikhailov. Thomas Clarion of France, 20 seconds behind McKeever. Could be a good result for France here. They've picked up a bronze in the relay. Chokhlaev, Bulgarian, finding this a bit of a battle. This 10Ks and the hills, oh, they hurt. But Stanislav will get around, he'll finish. Jacob Adakov. His guide Reed Pletcher. Actually enjoying the sunny conditions, doesn't need any headgear. Really trying to put some hard work in here, make up a second or two on this hill. Obviously got something left, he says to his guide, come on, let's do it. Sebastian Moden. Has he got another top 3 finish in him? Young Swede. Chokhlaev and Polukin will be his problem. And he's in 4th through there. I don't think he's quite suited to this distance. He's a good sprinter, Moden. Chokhlaev. He's not far off McKeever's time through here. And in fact, Chokhlaev is 10 seconds quicker than McKeever. I am surprised. Then again, he did go last, so the seeding is standing up. 7.5K, it's McKeever. Polukin, meanwhile, along one of the flatter sections of the course. You've got McKeever off to the left there on a different section of the course. Here's Reshetinsky coming through with 800 to go. Looks like he's found a second win for the closing stages of the race as well. Reshetinsky behind Adakov. All the main competitors have finished the 10K standing. PyeongChang, Kononov, Lekomtsev, Russia, 1, 2, 3. 16-year-old, 42-year-old Kononov, 19-year-old Lekomtsev. There's a range of ages for you. 7.5K, McKeever, Artemov, almost 2 minutes behind the Canadian. This will be up front though between Chokhlaev and McKeever. Middle stages of the race, like McKeever was just going to sweep all before him. I don't think so now. Chokhlaev has found another gear. Adakov comes down to the line, the American crossing in 25.43. Burton was fairly early in bid 5 or 105. So Adakov, he's still in 25.43, so that's the early number to beat in terms of time for the men's 10K. We've got another lap to go. Moden. And behind him is Chokhlaev. So Chokhlaev, excellent. He's still 8.7 seconds quicker than McKeever through the 7.5K. 2.5 to go. And the guide for Moden is just carefully looking over his shoulder to make sure he and his man aren't in the way of the quicker skier behind them. So Albin Akarot working with Moden. Keep clear of Chokhlaev and his guide, Maxim Pirogov. .108 coming down, Yaroslav Reshetinsky. Not as quick as Adakov. We saw Jacob Adakov really working hard over the closing sections of the vision impaired race. He looked like he found some endurance for the last kilometre or so and was able to post a pretty good time. 109 is Anatoly Kovalevsky. He and his guide, Alexander Mukshin, had some wretched luck in one of the earlier races when Mukshin, the guide, broke a ski mid-race, and they weren't in a bad position to maybe force themselves onto the podium, but a broken ski, and that was that. They had a DNF, did not finish. They'll finish here though. Kovalevsky coming down to the line just outside Adakov's time into second place. He skis for the moment 7.1 down. And the Ukrainian flag raised optimistically. I don't think Kovalevsky's going to stay there for too long. Carleton trailing McKeever, but McKeever, we know, is trailing Chokhlaev. Chokhlaev comes through this 9.2k. That is going to be the crucial one. McKeever 21.10.7 through there. Hopefully we'll get back to that point. 105 finishing. Kevin Burton. And, communication obviously with his drivers. Some of them had that little two-way system going, a little speaker on the belt of the guide to help. Erik Bailly coming in now, 2:32 behind Adakov. Chokhlaev, he's competing with some pain today. You saw him grab his shoulder, but perhaps it was just a stab of pain. He's just pinched a nerve or something, and it's been freed up, and he's all right. He's come through in first place for the moment, pushing Adakov down to second. Next to come through is Utkin. Not there. McKeever. There we've got it. 23.18.1. But he could be upstaged by Chokhlaev. McKeever, remember, in the B3 sports class, Chokhlaev B1, he has a better factoring percentage applied to his real time. Kanath in Kazakhstan comes in. The man we're sweating on is Chokhlaev. See if McKeever stays in top spot. Klemecki of Finland, he's finished. At the moment, it's McKeever, Shapshaboy, Adakov. McKeever gets a congratulations from Shapshaboy. There's again this really uplifting camaraderie between the athletes. So it's just a joy to watch.
Chokhlaev, strong.
Yes, McKeever just acknowledging that Chokhlaev is having a great race. Down comes Palukin. Chokhlaev strong today. Palukin just going to come in and push Shapshaboy down to third, and Palukin himself might be moved down one once Chokhlaev comes in, and McKeever understandably concerned that maybe he hasn't done enough. Chokhlaev, just 0.6 seconds. He's slower now than McKeever. So McKeever, over the last kilometre and a bit, has really put some pressure on Moden. So McKeever might still hold on. Chokhlaev, can he find something? 800 to go. Moden. Longer distance, he hasn't built up the endurance, the 19-year-old, to challenge over this distance, but perhaps that'll come in games to come. And he'll be 23 in PyeongChang, and it'll already be his third games. He started young. Stanislav Chokhlaev getting there. The Bulgarian might have the minor ignominy of going out first and finishing last, but it's the competition, it's the taking part that is of primary interest to Svetoslav and his guide Ivan Bernikov. Palukin embraces his rival McKeever. Here we go. Clarion coming down. And he's pushed Palukin down to third. And the Frenchman dives into the snow. 24.19, 24.14.9, correction. And he and his guide, Julian Burla. 112 is Alexander Artimov. And it could be that Stanislav Chokhlaev is running out of gas late in the race. Artimov into the home straight. Working in concert with his guide, Ilya Cherapanov. They'll come down a few minutes outside McKeever's time. So it's McKeever, Clarion, Polukin at the moment in the vision impaired 10K. Now across the line comes Chokhlaev, and he's 7 seconds behind McKeever. Yes, it's McKeever's big finish. It's won the day for the Canadian Chokhlaev. 7 seconds outside, he goes into second place, Clarion third. And Chokhlaev went hard early, probably felt he had to have any chance of beating McKeever. It looked like he might, but he won't. Moden into the home straight now. Guided to the line by Albin Akarot. And Moden into sixth position. So McKeever's margin in the end is going to be some 7 seconds over Chokhlaev. We've got Thomas Clarion of France in third, 56.8 seconds behind McKeever. Stanislav Chokhlaev not far from the finish now. And according to my screen, he's the last one to come in. Choi and Canifin have both finished, going about second and third behind Georgiev. And the Bulgarian being given a generous hand by this appreciative Russian crowd, mainly Russian crowd. And just finding a little bit of extra for the sprint home. He and his guide, Ivan Bernikov, take it to the line. And carefully avoid those who are still in the start-finish area. There's Moden, just a little slow to get up. And Georgiev might also. It's a real battle to get the oxygen back in. And his guide, Ivan, I should say, takes off the skis for him. So there we go, 2 races down. Victory for Canadian and Russian. Look at some placings for you. Men's 10K standing, Alexander Pronkov, Vladimir Kononov and Vladislav Lekomtsev. So Russia 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 if you like with Menegalov and Mikhailov. Ulset of Norway, Tuamisto, Davier, Lapkin, Repchuk. Arends, Karachurin, good races today. Michael Kurtz, the Austrian, that's his best result of these games. Krovchinsky back in 16th. Argentina's Pablo Javier Robledo, 23rd. Most of the Chinese Zhu Dexin. And 3 of the last 5 there from China, Liu, Du and Tian. Flags a little busier atop their poles today. We've got a wind, and we've almost had none through the Paralympics and Olympics before that. There was very calm conditions up at Lauda. Men's visually impaired results are in. Brian McKeever has got the victory by 7 seconds from Stanislav Chokhlaev and then Thomas Clarion, Russian Federation and France respectively. Field of 19. And pleased to say they all finished. Canadian fans happy and proud following McKeever's winning performance again. According to my schedule, the victory presentations will happen a little later in the day. The next race is at 11:23 local time in about 20 minutes. Women's 5K freestyle standing. Certainly some time between now and the next start to hold these presentations, and it does look like they'll stick to that schedule of holding them early this afternoon. So the crowd's happy. They've got a good day of competition here. Another 4 races to come. Our next race is still some 15 minutes away. I hope you can join us for that. Take a little pause between now and then we'll be kicking in with a couple of the shorter races, the 5 kilometres, women's standing and sitting categories. So in about 15 minutes we'll have a race start for you.
уже на стадионе. Мужчины делают! Итак, а теперь все вместе! Все вместе! Раз, два, три! И продолжаем!
Not far away from the start for our next race, women's 5 kilometre standing cross country at the Lauda Cross Country and Biathlon Centre. Beautiful day, quite cool. The snow conditions excellent. Wax technicians with something different to work with today. It's been a full range of conditions we've had across the Paralympic Winter Games at Sochi. Up here, let's have a look at the field for the women's 5K standing. And there are 18 competitors from 9 countries. They'll be seated with the quickest skiers to go towards the bottom of the field. So perhaps our medalists will come out of these last half dozen or so, perhaps from Bratyuk down, with Kaufman, Kononova, Betenkova, Malenina, and Bratyuk, and Helena Ripa of Sweden, all with multiple medals between them. Visually impaired, that will be a field of 9. And again, towards the bottom there, you're looking at Budalieva, Lisova, and Ramizova. They've all picked up victories. Lisova with 3 gold. First order of business, though, is to get them away in the 5K standing. And it will be Yelena Mazurenko first, the Kazakhstani athlete from Karaganda. Russian flags flying. They're likely to do well in these next 2 events. Three Russians in the field. There are 18 competitors from 9 different countries. So we've got Kazakhstan, Norway, Canada, Japan, Ukraine, Finland, Sweden. Russian Federation well represented by Natalia Bratyuk, Anna Malenina, and Elena Kaufman. But Kononova and Betenkova from Ukraine will make it their business to try and disrupt the Russian sweep. Marty Carlson there looking around for some Norwegian support, and there is some in the crowd. She'll be encouraged by that as she's about to set off on the journey. Officials hoping there's been no mix-ups like there was a couple of days ago. We got sorted. There's the smiling Caroline Bisson of Canada. She just loves competing. 167, Ludmila Lyashenko of Ukraine. A few clouds around, but a lot of sunshine as well. We are underway. The women's 5K standing, and sort of jogging into the work is Yelena Mazurenko. And very much focused on her family. Her thoughts before competition. She said, I don't have any superstitions, but before the start of competition, all I think about is my family. And perhaps on our way around the course as well, give us some inspiration and will. Marty Carlson, 20-year-old from Bovabru in Norway. Took part in the World Championships in Sweden last year. She had a 9th in the 5K standing. It's a pretty good result for her. Inspired by fellow cross-country skiers Therese Johaug and Marit Bjorgen. Caroline Bisson. Only been Nordic skiing for 2 years, so she's a late bloomer at 39. And she's coached by the brother of Brian McKeever, Robin. She's from Gatineau, Quebec, Caroline Bisson. I do like her attitude out on the snow. Just enjoying it. Great to see. Fellow Canadian, Brittany Hudak from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. 20 years of age, busy studying social work. Made a debut for Canada last year. Lyashenko will be away very shortly. Erik Carleton, Olsen is next. World Cup event in 2011, she picked up a bronze medal and still considers that the highlight of her career. So if she could pick up something here, the 19-year-old, and that might be the new highlight. She's been seriously training for the sport for some 3 years. And has loved skiing since she was little. Yurika Abe, 18 years of age, from Yamada. Had a couple of top 10 finishes at the Worlds last year in the 1K sprint. The 5K standing is the equivalent race here, and 7th in the 15K. Carlson through that first checkpoint of 1.7 Ks first. And Bisson, and then it'll be Mazurenko going through. Away from the start gate goes Ludmila Lyashenko, a 20-year-old from Kharkiv in Ukraine. Mazurenko jogging up the hill. Hudak, a new best time, 6 seconds inside Bisson. And gradually that time through that checkpoint at 1.7 kilometres will reduce. Momoko Dekajima found herself at the centre of that controversy after the 12.5K women's biathlon. And she was the only one to ski the right first lap, and then it was chaos after that. Olsen through. Irina Bui from Vinnytsia in Ukraine. Abe. That's the 500-metre checkpoint. Natalia Bratchuk is preparing herself for another race, another tilt to medal. She's got a couple of thirds already, Bratchuk. This is Maya Yarvela, just out of the medals in the women's 6K biathlon. 4th behind Betenkova, Milanina and Kaufman. Lyashenko just behind Abe's time at the 500 metres. Verona. The Belarusian is away. Silver and 2 bronze medals in Paralympic Games so far, Torino and Vancouver. No further medals here, but it's a 3rd game. She's 31 years of age. She's Dekajima, making her way up the hill. She'll take some interesting memories away from these games. Last thing an athlete wants is added controversy around what they've done and others have done. 172, Natalia Bratchuk, first of the Russians, is on her way. Bui comes through a 2nd outside Abe. Elena Ripa, a sprint gold medalist at the World Championships last year. And Ripa has also picked up gold here. Let's watch Yarvela come through there. Ripa was the winner of the 15K Classic standing cross country. Shoko Ota of Japan next to go, and then there'll just be 4 more, 2 Russian and 2 Ukrainian athletes to come. And unless Bratchuk and ski into the medals. I think our top three might come out of our last four. 171, Larissa Varona through 140.6. I'm not going to say for sure what checkpoint that is. I'll get back to that. Anna Milanina, second in the 6K, won the sprint, third in the 15K Classic. And Milanina will be there with a quick time at the end. Kravchuk, 4.3 seconds quicker. On my screen they're trying to tell me that's the 1.7 kilometre checkpoint, and there it says 500 metres. Yulia Batenkova, third in the 6K, second in the 15K cross country and in the sprint. Batenkova, 12 times now she's finished second or third in Paralympic Winter Games cross country or biathlon events. Batenkova is so due to win a race, and here's a last chance at Sochi. Ripa, .7 seconds outside Yarvala's time. Alexandra Kononova, it was Kononova who won that controversial 12.5K race. Otar, 13 seconds slower than Yarvala at that point. And Elena Kaufmann won the 6 and 10K biathlon events, second in the 12.5K. Here comes Milanina, just 4 seconds slower than Yarvala. Working hard up the hill. Only a 5-kilometre race, so it won't take them long to get through it. And here comes Batenkova. What must she be thinking? How can I get on top of that podium? I've been so close so many times, a dozen times. Batenkova, 5 seconds slow, but plenty of kilometres left to chip away at that margin. And Yarvala, I don't think she's got the endurance to keep up the good pace she set through the early metres. Haduk coming through mid-distance. And Kononova takes 3 seconds and more out of Yarvala's time. Working hard, try and get herself to the top of the podium once more. Kaufmann coming up to this first checkpoint for the Russian Federation. So Milanina, Batenkova, Kononova and Kaufmann are our last four. Russia, Ukraine, Ukraine, Russia. And it's going to be between them, it seems. Kaufmann is through in a good time as well. Could be a very exciting finish. Lyashenko will move ahead on the course to the halfway point, and she's got the best time so far by 10. The arms working very rhythmically, nice skating style that she brings to it along the flat here through the start-finish area and then away out of view once more. Sunny skies, good snow conditions, last day of competition, and the athletes giving it everything. Through the midway point, Bekajima 9 seconds behind Lyashenko. And then Carleton just 2.5 minutes down, the Norwegian. Pushing hard though. Bui. Will come through the midway point. 20 seconds behind Lyashenko. And Jarvala, okay, still inside Lyashenko, but I've just got a concern that she may not be able to start the race as quickly as she finished it. Then again, she did finish fourth in the 6K standing biathlon. Lyashenko now comes through 18 seconds quicker than Arbe. So at the moment it's Lyashenko, Arbe and Jarvala. Well, they've just moved ahead to 4.2, so just hold fire there on what that checkpoint means. We'll go wait for Jarvala to come through there. Bekajima looking at the 3K checkpoint, and she's outside Lyashenko's time. The Japanese team was considering further protest after having an initial inquiry about that 12.5K biathlon event rejected. Bekajima did end up skiing the full distance of the race after being the only one to ski the right lap the first time around. Verona, well outside the Bratchuk's time. The crowd looking forward to another good result here for the Russian Federation, but they're going to have to withstand a good challenge from the Ukrainian athletes. And there's a few of them: Batenkova, Kanonova, Bui. Issuing the challenge. Jarvala coming up now to the 3Ks. And Lyashenko's got it covered by 16 seconds. So Jarvala indeed just slowing down a little through the second half of the race. Can't say I'm too surprised. Yelena Mazurenko, meanwhile, for Kazakhstan, working her way through, and moving past her is Anna Malenina, who's 9.7 seconds quicker than Bratchuk. That's Batenkova and Kanonova. We're going to keep our eye on next. Ota. Looks like Bratchuk coming through the 3K. And she's outside Lyashenko's time, so Bratchuk, 16-year-old with a pretty exhausting schedule of events, and she might just be suffering towards the end of the games. Batenkova, 2.4 outside Malenina, and Ripa not on the pace today. Kanonova, 8 seconds quicker than Malenina. So that means that she's quicker than Batenkova as well. So Kanonova lining up a second gold perhaps. But Kaufman also out there. Kaufman coming down to the halfway point. Kanonova's time 6:33.9 to beat at that checkpoint, and there won't be much in it. Just 0.2 between Kaufman and Kanonova. Oh, may the second half of the race be as close. And then we've got some kind of finish. Back out onto the course, Anna Malenina, keeping well inside the time of Lyashenko. And Malenina won the sprint. The sprint's only 1 kilometre. And this is 5. Got Ota. Be much closer to home at the next Paralympic Winter Games in PyeongChang in Korea. Short trip for the Japanese athletes and the Chinese for that matter. Batenkova working her way hard up the hill, trying to close the gap on Malenina, and it's just a second now between Batenkova and Malenina. Kanonova inside. 1.73 is Ripa behind her. Kanonova, she's got Malenina covered, but not by many seconds. Maybe by none. 2.6. Oh, it's all tightening up. And then it'll be Kaufman who has to consider next, and she's coming. And they just caught a glimpse of her in the back of the shot. Getting ready now too for the start of the women's 5K visually impaired. It's about to start. Kaufman. The top four, there's nothing between them. 1.8 seconds Kaufman over Kononova. Kononova only just ahead of Milanina and Betenkova. So there's 4 in it, as we thought. And there could be less than a couple of seconds between the 4 of them when they finish. Speaking of the finish, here comes Lyudmila Lyashenko of Ukraine to post the first good time. And finding plenty over the closing metres, make it the best possible that she can. And Lyashenko across the line now in 14 minutes, 2.9. Let's see what that means in the big picture. Mazarenko makes her way past the 3K checkpoint. Yurika Abe. Abe won't be challenging Lyashenko with this time of just over 15 minutes. And just for the moment, she slides into second position. Anna Karin Olsen riding, skating down to the line. 43 behind Lyashenko. Bisson and Dekajima. Dekajima across in second place now. Bisson coming through as well. Dekajima 25.6 seconds down. Oksana Shishkova starting her race, the women's 5K, visually impaired. Shishkova's guide, Lada Nesterenko. And Olga Prelutska coming through the opening checkpoint for the visually impaired. Quicker than Margarita Gorbunova of Canada, although originally from the Russian Federation. Yavala. Quick at the start, slow down the middle of the race. Looks like she's skating it home well though. And will get across the line inside Abe's time to be sitting temporarily in third position. Good race from Yavala. Certainly took it out hard enough. Serena Bui. Really pushing it hard. Looks like she's given it everything. She's really hurting now, Bui, but comes over in 15:33.3. Fifth position for the Ukrainian until the others finish, that is. Yulia Budalieva and Guy Tatiana Maltseva now setting off on a journey of 5 kilometres. Here comes Natalia Brachuk. She's working furiously down the home straight. The roars of the crowd in her ears. And Brachuk into third position. But she's had a couple of thirds already and she'll do well to hold on to that one. Lisova, who's had 3 gold medals so far in the vision impaired. Now Milanina, Anna Milanina, sprint gold medalist. Third in the 15K Classic, second in the 6K biathlon, 31 seconds quicker than Lyashenko, and she's into first position at the moment. Elena Rimazova sets off vision impaired race. Now attention's fully on the finish now of the women's 5K. From Belarus. Verona coming down to the line just outside 16 minutes. Significantly off the pace of Milanina. And here comes Batenkova. Can't beat Milanina's time. Batenkova comes across and into second position, so still that gold medal eludes her. Not her race today, and maybe not a podium finish either. We'll see what Kononova and Kaufman can do. Ota just outside 15 minutes. And down comes Kononova. 13:44. She's outside Milanina's time too. Milanina's second half of the race has been incredible, and Anna Milanina could be lining up for a second gold medal here. It's all down to Elena Kaufman. So it's the Russian Federation on top from Ukraine and Ukraine. And here she comes, Elena Kaufman. 13:40. No, she can't do it either. So Milanina has skied an incredible last couple of kilometres. Kaufman, and in fourth place is Kaufman, 19 seconds behind Milanina. So she finishes out of the medals. So Anna Milanina has really had a stunning second half of the race. She looked to be sort of travelling along nicely in second or third, and then has just blown them off the course with the finish. And Kononova is going to be third, but Batenkova second. Yet another second placing for Batenkova. And Anna Milanina has done it. 12.5 seconds quicker than Batenkova. Then Kononova 15 seconds behind. Then Kaufman, bit of a distance back to Lyashenko. Elina Ripa coming in for Sweden. And into 15th place she skis. Well, that was a finish. No, I don't think too many of us saw coming. Milanina always around race pace, but she had the endurance today to kick it home. We can bring our attention across to the vision impaired race, to 5K for the women, and Margarita Kobunova is out with her guide Andrea Bundan. 92 is Olga Prelutska, and guide Vladimir Mogilny. The full field is Gabonova of Canada, Prelutska Ukraine, Skoda Bataya Belarus, Hirsch of Germany, Shishkova Ukraine, Canada's Robbie Weldon, and then three from the Russian Federation, Yulia Budalieva, Mikhailina Lisova, and Elena Remizova. Got a Bataya in the green leotard. Coming through the halfway point of the race, it's Skoda Bataya from Gorbunova and Prelutska. 9 in it. Shishkova, we're under the time of Skoda Bataya. Shishkova had a number of third placings. Third in the 6K and 10K and 12.5K, all in the biathlon. And Shishkova was also third in the sprint, so 4 bronze medals for Shishkova. Gorbunova was born in St. Petersburg. The family moved across to the United States, and she's now, to Canada, I beg your pardon, now a resident in Ottawa. Yulia Budalieva. And behind is Vivian Hirsch, the German, and her guide Norman Schlee. Hirsch 40 seconds almost behind Shishkova's time there. Weldon 43 seconds down. This is at the halfway point of the race. Lisova 6 seconds quicker than Shishkova. Lisova is another one that you could ask whether the exhausting schedule she's got. She's been in almost everything, whether it plays out towards the end of the Paralympic Winter Games for her. She won the first couple of events and has just not been quite at her absolute best. Remizova. Very close to Lisova's time here. 3.2 seconds between Lisova and Remizova. Lisova won the distance cross-country event for vision-impaired athletes. That's the 15K Classic, Remizova from Lisova. And she won that easily, Remizova, by a minute 30 over Lisova. But Lieva, meanwhile, sprung the upset in the 12.5K to beat Lisova. Lisova missed one target and Budalieva missed none. That was the difference between first and second. Shishkova also shot clear in that race. So Lisova the quicker skier. And the margins between first and second and third were quite significant. Here comes Lisova. Could still be quicker than Shishkova through here at the 3-kilometre checkpoint. And she is. So Lisova's going along pretty well here. Weldon will be next to come through, well behind. No pun intended. Phil Wood is Robbie Weldon's guide. Vivian Hirsch of Germany. So not really looking at Weldon or Hirsch or Skorobataya, Pulitska or Gobunova to be the medalists. It should all be down to the last three, Budalieva, Lisova and Remizova, with Shishkova thereabouts. Remizova, 2 seconds. That's all there is between Lisova and Remizova. Then it's Budalieva and Shishkova. Mazurenko just coming through to finish the standing 10K. Mazurenko being given good support by the Russian crowd. Kazakhstan competitor coming down to the line. Mazurenko, thoughts of her family coming back now into her mind as she approaches the finish line in just on 29 minutes. 28:57.4. Elena Mazurenko. The journey home, and we've joined the family in Kazakhstan. Anna Milena though. The 5K standing, not 10, 5. Milena congratulates Batenkova, good race, Kanonova and Kaufman. The 4 of them had it between them. And from Milena, just too good. Back to the women's 5K, visually impaired. And Margarita Gobunova coming through behind Andrea Bunden. Gabunova wasn't sure whether she wanted to compete in the biathlon event. She found that she had qualified for them and then thought, well, why not? Make the most of the competition opportunities up at Laura in the Sochi Games. And so she's had plenty of events to work her way through. And certainly enjoyed them. Canada with two competitors in the visually impaired race, with Robbie Weldon also competing. So Gabunova it is. You're watching, coming around into the start-finish area once more. And coming down the line, it'll be just under 16 minutes that Gabunova will be first to finish. Just stepping up the tempo a little. Big smile on her face. And Gabunova comes down to finish of the women's 5K in 15:42.2. Skorobataya, Yadiva Skorobataya of Belarus across the line. And then it's Shishkova. Oksana Shishkova has got the new best time. It's 13:43.5. And then it'll just be what the quicker skiers can do in under that. Well, it certainly will be. And here comes Yulia Budalieva. Budalieva hunting down the time of 13:43.5. She's well inside that. But Lisova isn't far behind her. Budalieva across in 13:28.6. It won't be there for long though. Budalieva hits the snow. Lisova should be able to beat 13:28.6, but she's really got to try hard over these last few metres. Maybe she won't get there. Lisova, just by 0.9, she beats Budalieva's time. Oh, goodness, she's flagged a little over the last kilometre, Lisova. And maybe Remizova will get her. Remizova, yes she will. Elena Remizova coming down to the line. In first place, Remizova, 3.9 seconds quicker than Lisova. So it's a Russia 1, 2, 3. And it'll be Elena Remizova, who won the 15K Classic. There'll be a second goal for Remizova. Weldon now, Canada. Robbie Weldon and guide Phil Wood hit the line. Sixth position. Canadian 6th and 7th. And then it'll be Vivian Hirsch of Germany. Hirsch's time coming up towards 15 minutes, and a 6th spot for Hirsch, just quicker than the two Canadians. And Lisova sharing congratulations there. It's another sweep of the medals for the Russian Federation. Remizova, Lisova, Budalieva. Lisova showing she had the endurance there. Lisova, when it comes to biathlon, is almost unbeatable. But straight out skiing, it seems Remizova's got something extra. Certainly got a few years on it, 6 years older than Lisova, and the endurance tends to come with those extra years of competition. And Russian Federation fans pretty happy about that outcome. Placings in the 5K standing, Anna Malenina, surprise result, pushing Yulia Batenkova and Alexandra Kononova of Ukraine into second and third. Then it was Elena Kaufman in fourth position. A field of 18. Very exciting finish to that race. And a little bit of an upset put together by Anna Malenina, who's going to pick up her second gold medal. Elena did win the 15K freestyle in Vancouver. Look at this, the 5K results was a second in Torino. She's going to be Paralympic champion in Sochi. The next race on this last day of competition at Laura isn't due for another 25 minutes or so. Confirming the placings in the women's 5K, and Elena Remisova by just under 4 seconds from Mikhailina Lisova, and then it was a Yulia Budalieva. So very close between the top three. Bit of a margin back to Shishkova, then Skora Bataya, Ukraine and Belarus. Vivian Hirsch of Germany was next. Flags are flying, skies still showing no threat of rain. It might come this evening, we're told. But just to remind you, we've got a few minutes away until our next race. We'll be back for that. Look forward to your company then.